staged a matchup for the UFC light heavyweight division title.
Ready. Ready to fight.
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on. These guys seem to be the mirror image of each other.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Right hook attempt, that's a miss.
Nice straight punch. Oh!
Oh, big left hook there.
Put your hands up higher, come on.
Spinning back fist. Oh, beautiful straight right hand.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Pretty good right hand. Now he's got the Muay Thai plum.
Huge knee land.
Nice shot inside by the champion. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
There's no tell on that leg kick.
Well, he continues to offer up the kick here, but just misses with that one. Overhand right, swing and a miss. Moving to his left. Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Maheta. Just misses with that one.
Beautiful body kick. Big kick land.
Oh, and he gets tagged. Beautiful combination there, and I'm not sure how many more of those power shots he can take, honestly.
The night is almost over. If you keep getting hit with punches like this, you are going to sleep.
Just misses with the jab there. Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing. Nice punch here.
Ready to fight. Ready. Go.
Beautiful kick. Real quick leg kick.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations here.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
Take him down.
Oh, nice slip there and a beautiful counter.
Big kick lands.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
just unable to quite find that range.
Take a shot. There it is.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two.
Good punch lands.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now.
All right, single collar tie now. Oh, nice slip there. Great head movement overall by this guy defensively tonight.
He does a great job of moving his head side to side and really mixing up the motion at which he moves.
Oh, that straight punch knocked his head in the wrong direction.
Really putting his opponent on notice.
Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
Over and over, he's landed these big body kicks. Great punch landed with so much power. Big leg kick lands. Big head kick lands.
Oh, nice jab by him there. And I guess on the other side, hard to get your offense going when your head keeps getting snapped back like a Pez dispenser.
Every time he tries to go forward and use his own offense, the jab is stopping him in his tracks. He's doing a great job of fighting behind him.
All right, so after he landed a high number of kicks in the previous round, we'll see if he can keep it going here as our next round gets underway.
He should stay the course. He's so educated with his legs and his feet that he's given his opponent a very difficult time trying to anticipate what's coming his way.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, is he a good counter striker? Counters beautifully with the left hand. So there it is, longer reach paying dividends as he counters with a punch. Oh, nice straight there. I guess that's the quickest way to the target, right? Just throw straight.
Straight down is always best.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now. Good jab. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Just out of range with the big right hand.
Let's go. Set the pace. You set the pace.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. All right, so 77 total strikes have already landed for Thiago Marreta Santos, and striking at a 44% clip against Thiago Santos.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force. Ooh, big shot lands.
Use your footwork now.
Oh, big head kick.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it. Slips the punch nicely there. Final seconds here.
Big punch land.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Oh, right then a left.
Good shot, good shot.
Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
What a tricky head kick. Beautiful punch.
Punches and bunches, let's go.
Right hand on point.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, and he lands a knee to the body now, DC. Talk to us about that strike.
They suck so bad, especially when you're going forward. You walk full speed to a knee to the body, it could end the night. Oh, that's a nice strike. Big head kick lands.
Oh, no way, spinning back fist. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Let me see those straight punches.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Connects with a right, spinning back fist. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere. Oh man, head kick lands.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Both fighters throwing heat now. Oh, an educated jab there. I could watch this dude jab all day.
I mean, he's so light on his feet, and when he pops that jab, it comes right back to his face. Right hand landed. That one snuck in. Nice strike. I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Oh, spinning back fist out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's mixing it all up.
45 seconds remain in the round.
There you go, look for the shot.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
Right on the button. 10 seconds to go in round 4. 20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, the action continues here and now as our next round gets underway. The previous round won't be confused for a round of the year, but pretty good action.
It was a pretty good round. Not every round is going to have you standing up out of your seat. You understand that you are watching the highest level of fighting in the entire world in the UFC. What a punch.
Hands higher, hands higher.
Got the single collar tie. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Checks that leg kick. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off. Nice punch lands over the top.
Swing and a miss with that straight left hand.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Nice head kick.
Oh, that's a nice straight punch there.
Threw the punch, got to the target.
Trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target. And there comes the separation now. All right, well, it's late in the fight. Time is of the essence, and when you're clearly losing and you know you need a finish, risk management goes out the window.
Oh yeah, no more risk management. Either get knocked out or you knock him out. One way or the other, you're gonna lose. You can lose by decision, or you can lose by
Over the top, this fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
Oh, spinning back fist. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank.
Nice placement there on the left hook counter. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
All right, so a competitive title fight tonight, Daniel, as many expected. 25 minutes, not enough to determine a winner. Slight lean to the champion, or what?
I do believe he's still champion, but that's why he's the champion. Because when the challenges are the biggest, he usually will step up.
All right, it looks like the official decision is in. Yes, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world,
And new UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. You just heard it there from Bruce Buffer. DC, you have heard those words before yourself. This was the glamour division for a long time, and the champion remains as such.
Because of the great champions of the past, the UFC at 205, the Tito Ortiz's, Randy Couture's, John Jones, myself, so many great fighters have held this belt that it has been long the glamour division of the company, and tonight he puts his name among some of the best fighters, the UFC has ever seen. Congratulations.
Coming up next, it is a heavyweight title fight between Anthony Johnson and Francis Ngannou.
Ready. Ready, fight.
Round 1 is upon us between 2 of the best fighters in this division. Hard to find anything resembling a glaring weakness on either side when you break down the fight.
There are no weaknesses in these guys. These guys are as well-rounded as they come. They both can wrestle, both can grapple, both can strike. They can do it all. And these are the matchups that we dream of as MMA fans.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there as he lands the punch, DC. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Oh, huge left hand from Francis Ngannou. Every time he loads up and extends, you feel like the fight might be ending.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole crowd holds their breath,
Right.
You hear a big exhale. Every time Francis loads up to do finish a fight, you hear the crowd take all the air in because they're ready to explode. That's the type of fighter that Francis is. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. Oh, back to the overhand right. Swing and a miss.
That's a big strike right there.
Head kick attempt. That'll work. Ngannou's strike attempt there is blocked.
Liver kick.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Francis Ngannou.
Real sneaky head kick gets in there.
Nice slip to avoid the left.
Ooh, what a punch.
And they separate.
Nice uppercut. Over and over, same story. Punch after punch to the head.
Now connects with a right. Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Oh, just a killer jab there from Francis Ngannou. I don't know about you fighting this guy, man. Aren't you coaching high school wrestling instead or something?
Yeah, I'm coaching Gilroy Mustangs. When they say Ngannou, I say, hey, I got a tournament this weekend. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Nice.
Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Johnson. Ngannou's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Nice kick there by Johnson. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by Johnson.
Nice punch to the head.
5 minutes in the books. All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in it.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Oh, lands a stiff punch there. Nice connection.
Oh, nice land.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Hook to the head there by Francis Ngannou.
I don't know how many times he can get hit in the head and stay in this fight. Another one. Yep. Oh, and the left hand.
Pretty good job staying patient as he lands the counter strike there. Strong work by Johnson.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Ngannou gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Slips that left hand. Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC. How good is that right hand? Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
So unofficially, 63 total strikes have landed for Francis Ngannou. Well, more often than not, DC, when the strike has been thrown, it has found the home. 52% the accuracy rate against Francis Ngannou. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two.
Nice looping punch.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round two. Johnson gets touched by that kick to the body. Man, how good is his right hook counter? Punch is blocked. 90 seconds remain in the round. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Johnson. Oh, and there he goes, working off that jab again. How's your jab?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab. But you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab.
Right.
And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon. Big punch lands through the middle.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Nice 1-2 there. 10 seconds to go in the round. 2 rounds in the books. All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight to this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last 2 rounds. You expected somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. We're still right where we started.
And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Beautiful leg kick thrown.
Oh, that right hand is on point. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Nice jab by him there. He's going nose hunting tonight, huh?
Yeah, he's great with the jab. And not only as a setup, he really is trying to get damage off every time he throws his punch.
Ngannou's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now.
Great punch.
Blocks the shot. Single collar tie now. Now he touches him with the left. And he counters with a left hand. Oh, huge knee to the head. He could be in trouble here.
Ooh, what a punch.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now.
I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
Oh, tags him with the left, so the right hand has been there. Now he goes left hand.
When you're able to fight from both sides, you become really dangerous.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it.
Straight punch lands.
Some nice back and forth action here. Well, no problem getting inside to land that straight punch. He's got a huge edge and reach, and he made good use of it there. He missed with that jab attempted.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Oh, nice strike landed there by the Predator, Francis Ngannou. Well, you know about the offense, but how about the defense? Overhand blocked by Johnson. Lands flush with that right hand. And that one certainly found the target. Final seconds of round 3. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, next round is now underway. Previous round, not necessarily a tough act to follow. Pretty good, not good.
Pretty good round, but not the best round. Sometimes that's what you get when you have fighters that are so evenly matched.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Oh, strong punch there by Ngannou. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting them.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you.
Huge right hand! Unbelievable.
He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, big left. Nice defense there. Huge block.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, lands. He's out!
Holy smokes! What a performance!
Just the way he drew it up as he gets the knockout victory here tonight. It's hard to land a strike more flush than he did right there, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So he'll see the replay and probably shake his head, but ultimately this is a huge result and a huge win for that fighter here tonight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
So on the sport's biggest stage, he comes up large. The baddest man on the planet, the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, your winner and by knockout here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 56 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou.
Well, DC, you know how much I love crowning new champions,
Yeah.
and when we get to see these men and women realize these dreams, but to do it at heavyweight, man, just incredible to see this guy realize a UFC title.
And you look at the emotion on his face, you can tell that this is a dream that he has had for a long time, and now it is realized. Congratulations to the champ and his entire team.
And best of luck trying to defend it, by
Oh,
the
yeah,
way.
man, this is volatile. Look, they got a whole bunch of hungry wolves lining up to take that belt.